The way the dinosaurs scream in Jurassic Park is exactly how I was tonight. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Allie, and oh my god. Sometimes I'm like, Allie, you're overreacting. And then I remember that this is 5 seasons in the making. Okay, we have gotten flirty and like some kissing, but we have never gotten full on Liza and Charles. My mind is right now, and it's happening on screen. They're at the bar, they're flirting, then they're kissing, then they're taking off clothes, and it's like, what is happening? Even though I know it was happening. And questioning if it was a dream sequence, which I was about to be really mad because I could have sworn right was it as they were taking off their clothes and like looking at each other that it was gonna be like, Liza, wake up, or like Liza wakes up, because we know she's had a dream sequence before. Now, it's not a dream sequence. It's happening. It's happening. And so we're watching this. We're in the moment. I don't know if I said this before, but I just want to thank the writers of Younger and the people who have created this intro to this episode. Oh my god. Last week, I know I went into the Liza and Charles plotline right away. This week, I'm actually going to go straight ahead. We're not gonna have it messy, hopefully. So Charles and Liza are happening. It's an oh my god moment. It's so cute. He drops her off at her apartment the next day, talking about, I miss you already. It's gonna be 10 days. They're split. 10 days pass. They're back at the office. Everyone's greeting each other, wondering how their holidays went, and then Zane walks in, still not happy at all with Kelsey, which is annoying because he says that he got screwed over and he's mad about it, which Kelsey had nothing to do with. And the handful of times that he has tried to screw over Kelsey, it's like, I need you to take a chill pill. All the touching that happens between Liza and Charles, I almost said Josh, that's awkward. They have this new author coming in talking about like being in a bubble and like intimacy being mysterious and all this other crap, and they're touching, and it's like, what is happening? Y'all are at work, don't get busted. They don't, but they agree on keeping the relationship in this bubble, which is so cute. They get to stay in this little happy place for like 5 whole seconds. They agree on that, then they go on this beautiful sea glass date. They were like touching and like looking at each other and just being so cute, and it's like, finally, after 5 seasons, they're getting to really put their relationship to the test. In the meantime, Lauren is throwing a party because she's head over heels over this blonde girl. It is Josh, Maggie shows up, Kelsey can't go, Liza can't go because she's on the date with Charles, and lo and behold, Maggie's ex walks into the door, and it's the blonde woman who I can't remember right now, who I feel may not be returning in the next episode, but I didn't think she was going to be returning at all this season. But it was the lesbian Jewish lady she met at the community garden, and I know her name was said, but again, not remembering. It seems Silva at first, and then she's ragging on Maggie, saying you can't commit, you love the chase. Maggie leaves upset. She goes back to Lawrence the next day, apologizes. Lauren is like, no, you need to apologize to the blonde woman. Lauren's not at all upset about it, but she tells her like, it seems that you really like her and she likes you, blah blah blah. She goes and tries to apologize. She accepts, and Maggie actually tries to restart the relationship, and the blonde woman says, I don't think you're ready. You may say you're ready, you think you're ready, but I don't think you're ready. Which I was kind of like, not confused, because I knew what was happening, but Maggie had been single. There had been no gist of her feeling like she was like lonely, or she felt like she couldn't commit. Like, there was none of that. It was just like all thrown in those 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the episode, 10 minutes of the episode, or whatever. And then all of a sudden she's like trying to make it work with this woman, and I get with trying to add more to her character. And this might have been just me, but I felt like that whole thing was kind of rushed a little. Back to Liza and Charles being lovey-dovey in the office. They're sitting here kissing in the stairwell, okay? And I'm like, yes, but I'm also like, please don't get caught, because there are cameras sometimes in the stairwell. We then have Jake meeting with Charles, wanting to discuss the book, asking if maybe it should be an empirical book and Charles thinks about it. He actually asks Zane whether or not he, you know, would like to be that editor, blah blah blah, credit taker, and have Jake's book run through Empirical. Zane is like, I would love the credit, but that really is all Kelsey, which was kind of shocking, to be honest, given that he is mad at her right now. And I actually give Zane props for not taking credit and letting Millennial keep the book and not trying to take it for Empirical. All right, here's where it got a little stressful. Diana and Liza are having a meeting with Reese's people, talking about the Netflix series that they're doing. Special guest is Pauline, which we saw from the promo last week that she talks to Charles. She calls him and wants to talk, but didn't realize that obviously she would be needing to talk to him about the whole Liza and Charles, because I completely forgot that she knows now. Pauline knows, and she's mad and she's petty about it, talking about she wants to do her second book about the aftermath of divorce, how her husband has started an affair or a love relationship with an assistant. The assistant was supposedly a friend. Smiley in the face, you wouldn't see it coming. She's upset, and Liza tries to speak for herself, but also as the storyline, you know, to add to Pauline. Pauline needs to get over herself immediately, because she needs to remember that she left Charles, she left the girls for a whole year. She can't expect for Charles to heal from that right away, and you know, they really need to work through it. I don't want them together, but you know, I feel like she just doesn't get it. She's like, she just doesn't get that he is still her and just doesn't love her anymore like that. I hope Pauline doesn't ruin things. But after Charles sees her, he tells Liza that the only way to have their relationship hush hush is if he lets go of Pauline's book and lets her go to Random House for double the money. He's like, I want to do it. And she's like, how are we going to tell Kelsey? Charles is like, we'll just say it's part of my divorce settlement. Still, I feel like Pauline's going to freaking blow it. She's going to get her deal at Random House, get double the money, and she's just going to mess it up for everybody. After that, we had the whole Zane not taking credit. Then Maggie tries to win back the blonde Jewish girl with doing this whole wall in front of her work building. Then the very closing scene is having Charles shave, which is funny because when Liza and Charles are kissing, she's like, can we not have a scratchy beard? And Charles is like, oh, there's rules in the bubble. It's very cute. And so that's that. They continue kissing, and then so he shows up, and then Diana makes a comment saying, oh, he shaved, I wonder who he did that for. He did it for you, Liza. He is giving away a book, he's shaving his beard, he's keeping your secret, and I freaking called it. 5 seasons in the making, and we finally get Liza and Charles. Now, I never gave them a ship name, but I see a lot on Twitter that people call them Charliza. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Next week's promo, oh my freaking gosh, there's a lot of emotion, okay? Charles and Liza could possibly be busted because someone who works within their editing world, book world, sees them together and is wondering why they're out together alone, which is like, please, it's none of your business. And then we have Enzo possibly having a secret life because Lauren recognizes him and is like, where do I know you from? And then they walk off, and then she talks to Diana later saying, this is what you need to know about Enzo. But it's like, I have such high hopes for Enzo and Diana. I really hope that his secret life is that like he's like a rich millionaire or something. Kelsey also finds out about Charles and Liza. I don't think she takes it too well because she makes some snobby comment, and it's like, sis, Liza held your secret about sleeping with the Anton guy, or Antoine, and then also Jake. So I really need her not to be rude and have Liza's back. And that is that for this week's episode of Younger. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment below about your feelings over the Liza and Charles ship name and what you thought about this episode. Also, subscribe so you don't forget that I am back next week for another recap on Younger. I'm tired, I need to go to bed. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye.